Um, I didn't sleep at all last night. I think I closed my eyes for like an hour and I thought that I was asleep, but then I realized I was just thinking with my eyes closed the entire time. I didn't fucking sleep. But I was thinking while I'm on my way to work, we want to explore ourselves. We want to explore ourselves in different roles, in different perspectives, and that's what we use relationships for. Because as much as I hate to admit it, there's a lot of us that we can only experience with other people. And not just one person is going to be able to fulfill your entire spectrum of needs, your entire spectrum of self-expression. And it seems like we get into jobs, certain fields, we will identify with religions or certain spiritual systems. We'll have certain friend groups. We'll have certain hobbies, relationships. This is also why people seek out prostitutes, to act out fetishes. All of it is because we're trying to experience a side of ourselves that we can only feel like we've really experienced and like integrated into ourselves. We can only experience that in certain contexts. And it's basically like role playing. And I know we get lost in this. I know we get lost in the roles that we play. And when we're getting rewarded for it, and we're getting some kind of dopamine rush, or we're getting some kind of oxytocin release. I mean, it's not all neurochemical or like physiological, like we're getting a certain nervous system experience. It's spiritual as well. It makes us more well-rounded. It makes our identity more well-rounded. Also, people like me who spend a lot of time alone, I'm fearful of getting mixed up with too many people and too many different things. At least head first. Like, I think I would need to ease my way into a lot of things and do it in my own way, because I know that there's a lot of sides of me that I'll have to sacrifice or seriously compromise and reject so that I can experience myself in a group context or through a relationship. And I'm thinking about how we really do get lost in this, especially when there's social incentive or political incentive for us to role play certain things like a spouse, and then what kind of spouse you are, and what kind of culture, or like we role play in our family systems, and it's really fucking hard for me to do that because I like to be naked in my room. And then I think about how when we break up with someone or we get broken up with, I guess it's kind of like we get sick of the role that we were confined to. We get sick of acting And it feels kind of like you're an actor. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Acting and play and pretend. It's kind of like it's a facilitator for us experiencing and learning. Like, if you think about little kids, most of their learning is taught through play. We don't really learn anything in a organic way, or like a full, like a well-rounded way. We don't learn anything when we are put in a serious, high-stakes environment. And it's traumatizing as well. But yeah, I think if relationships are really just the human experience is about experiencing certain sides of ourselves and growing and experiencing consciousness, especially human consciousness. And even when we think our end goal is marriage and children, it's not because we just want marriage in and of itself. We want the approval that's going to come along with it. We want the feeling of social safety, of social acceptance. Granted that we get married at a phase of life that is seen as acceptable. And like everyone else our age is doing it. We want the promise of financial support because we live in capitalism, slavery. We're getting something else out of it. We're not just in it for marriage. Or a lot of people get married for status. I don't know if I mentioned that. And we get lost in it. Especially if we have based our entire identity on just being focused on this one end goal. There's a lot of ourselves that is stunted and very underdeveloped or just completely rejected. We've even tried to kill off. And obviously, like, it's like we're cripples. And I'm kind of thinking, I have so many ideals. I go back and forth with myself and other people all the fucking time about this is what's right. I think this is what's right. I don't want to do this. This is self-disrespect, because now the whole girl boss shit is a thing, and radical feminism, which is rooted in capitalism, forcing hyper independence on girls, which is completely out of touch with the natural flow of the female nervous system. What was I saying? We get mixed up in different cultures. We learn different languages so that we can experience a different side of ourselves. Like, I don't speak French very well, but when I go to France or I'm speaking French, I feel like I have an alter ego. It's a different side of myself that I can only experience in that language. When I go to different places like the country or the city, I act differently. But I just fight with myself. really sometimes I'm at war with myself regarding what's acceptable and what's unacceptable. It's because I think I'm going to get some kind of reward. I'm going to finally feel like I respect myself. Because honestly, a lot of my existence feels humiliating and involuntary, and like I have no fucking control, and I feel victimized. And so obviously I make a lot of choices without even thinking too much based on that. Even having needs makes me feel completely mortal. So, and also when I have all of these strict social rules about what kind of shit that I'll accept, what kind of people I like, what kind of people I don't like, if I want someone and I find out they have a track record that makes me feel a certain way, I'll decide fuck them, or it's not because any of these people are actually bad. It's because they make me feel a certain way and I don't want to experience that side of myself. Or I don't know how to do it in a way that I can actually tolerate. And I was also thinking, when we are in a scary or tense political climate, people even identify with politics. Like, I try not to pay attention to it because I think people look so goddamn stupid getting fired up about politics when they don't even give a fuck about what you think. And your vote doesn't matter, and it's But when we live in a difficult political climate, like there's war going on now, I think the roles that people want to play, the sides of their identity that they want to experience become very rigid and very limited. And by default, we become emotionally ill. We become repressed. We have a lot of ourselves just festering and becoming mutated. Like I think about how, like in the 50s, I don't know what things were like in other countries, but in the 50s, how the whole suburban white my fucking grandma, the white man works, woman has 5 to 30,000 kids, woman is on amphetamines every day, going insane, man comes home and beats wife, and like they had like uniforms that they would wear, and they would even talk like the people on the TV, like the propaganda. I think media and Hollywood and shit started gaining traction a lot. I don't even know when TV was invented. I feel like I just think about this intuitively. I think it was mostly like print and newspaper and shit before the world wars, and then after it, I think that's when like TV and everything, TVs in homes, the whole, I don't know what they termed it, like the homemaker, that's what became politically enforced, and people were still very vulnerable to anything political because there was just like 20, 30 years of war. And now after having women work throughout the war, they wanted to glorify women not working. Like there was war, there was global trauma. I think it messed up people's psyches, and I think that's why in the 50s people like really got lost in these roles. They got lost in the building of suburban communities and nuclear families and all this shit. I know my father's side of the family got lost in that, and they're deeply fucked up. And the generational trauma that's gotten passed down is really bad. Like, it's almost like, it's baffling how bad it is. Like, the insanity. Like, the cross-eyed mental illness, confused, angry, impoverished, brainwashed. And I think we just get lost in these roles that we play because we're afraid, first of all. And I swear, when I get lost in this shit and I look at people through the context of, oh fuck, I have to be in a relationship. I'm 28. Every age you are is like completely loaded with expectation and context and who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to have already done. And so now, even though I think I've been on like 2 real dates in my entire life, now I'm supposed to get married. And I probably should have already had like 2 kids by now. If I wanted to experience a side of myself that is socially acceptable, that fits right in with everyone else. But I swear, when I get lost in this relationship shit and I think I have to play this role now, and I really do feel like I have to do this, as if my real self isn't kind of in the periphery of my consciousness, like observing me. It's like I'm an actor going to auditions, and this is literally what it feels like to go on a date. It literally I think I went mute on my first date. That's the first date I actually considered a date. I think I went mute, and my friend had to talk, and after we left, she just told me I did such a bad job, like I couldn't fucking speak, because it felt like I was going to an audition, and she was fake as fuck too. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was terrified. I felt so ugly. I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't know what, and I don't fucking know. Like I was trying to play a role. I was trying to come across a certain way, and avoid being seen as some ugly, autistic bitch. But then when I look at people as a human, or just as is, and with a bunch of potential to be all kinds of other things as well, and I'm not trying to be some specific role to them, and I don't want them to do that to me. I'm just kind of observing, kind of curious. I don't hate people. I don't have these rigid, I don't cut people off. And when it comes to relationships, I don't feel very judgmental. I feel more so like curious, and like I want to understand, or I feel fascinated. And things actually have longevity. Like I can tolerate a lot about people. But I think this is kind of what I'm getting into. Like, when I feel like I have to confine myself completely and deny so much of myself just to fit into a certain role with someone, and there's so many rules and expectations, and then if you leave or you no longer want to play, you're seen as a cheater, or you're seen as a traitor, or you're seen as fake or two-faced. Also, I think a lot of us are scared regarding security, and we don't want to experience something really deep, or we don't want to get comfortable with someone, especially, or in a situation, and then have the rug pulled out from under us. So I think certain people need a lot more reassurance and a lot more, basically, foreplay and security and rules before they let themselves experience what they're trying to experience with someone else. It's not because all that other shit is actually necessary. It's just because they're scared of it ending quickly. They're scared of that need no longer being able to be met. So it's like they kind of have to trap you first. And then when I think about prostitution, I've never actually sold my ass, but I've met quite a few people in my life. All right? I know quite a bit. I forget, I literally have a music archetype of being a French prostitute. People see prostitutes. I have a theory that the people who have the most traditional Christian white, or even black people trying to have white marriages so they can feel white, and that's literally what it is. And I don't blame them, because look how this world is set up. It seems like everyone wants to experience being white because that's the race that gets the most leniency. I have a theory that the people in the most traditional, socially acceptable, Republican, respectable marriages, I swear, they're the ones who see prostitutes the most. Now, I'm not opposed to it. Granted, I'm not the one being cheated on. I have about 8 pairs of stripper boots, and I'm getting sexier every day. Like, my waist is coming back at the gym. I can see the indents in my abs again. Like, I'm not opposed to it. And by the end of this year, I think I'm going to have about 20 pairs of stripper boots. And I want to experience that side of myself. And also, I forget, like, people getting cucked is a fetish. Certain people, like, they want the emotional experience that comes along with it. They want the memories of being cheated on in the past, and it makes them feel young again. And then, like, people have all kinds of reasons for having these fetishes. And none of it is objectively right or wrong, as long as it's not me. Because then I'm going to feel like, if I got cheated on, I would feel like a fat, worthless bitch. Or a lot of people have cuck fetishes because they're gay and they want to do gay shit and they want to hate the opposite sex, so they have an excuse to be gay. Both sexes, all genders. Sometimes I want to experience what it's like to be a transgender woman, like a gay man who has become a transgender woman, even though I'm a biological female. Like, I'm curious. I wonder what that's like. It's kind of fascinating to me. I want 7 goth alien boyfriends to abduct me on a spaceship, and we listen to emo, punk. I think like it's trap. It's not just rock, it's like trap. And I want to get railed, and I want them to have palish greenish blue skin. I've had an alien fetish since I was a child, though. Like, there's something so sexy about them. Not E.T., because like he's gross and he looks like rubber, like he's made out of rubber. Like the aliens with kind of like a Dorito shaped head, and they have 2 big black eyes. Like, they were always so sexy. I don't know why. I like men who look like aliens. I love Daft Punk. They were so sexy. Like, I don't care what they looked like as people. When they were robots, they were so fucking hot. Like, I didn't necessarily want to have sex with them. It felt like asexual, like, lust. But yeah, I think about how we can get burnout in relationships or jobs. I swear, the reason I haven't quit this job yet, even though I've only held this job for not even 2 years yet, is because depending on which client I see and which area I'm working in, or how much I'm allowed to get away with, or how much I even have to fucking be in the building, things can switch up. I can experience a lot of different facets of myself with different clients, not sexually, but I swear. And also I have this theory that people trying to be in super strict relationships have to move a lot because they want to fucking cheat, they want to break up. And there's nothing wrong with the location you were in. It's just that you're so fucking, you're burnt out. It's like you're playing a movie, or you're playing a character in a movie that never fucking ends. Like Lord of the Rings. Like, I don't remember how many of them died at the end of the movie. I may be thinking of Game of Thrones. I swear they all fucking died at the end because it was so goddamn long. They were sick of it. They just wanted to fucking die. Like, they wanted to be someone else. I wanted to be with someone else. Ugh. Also, I think we have this... We technically learn object permanence when we're toddlers, but like object permanence meaning if an object is out of your visual field, it's not gone forever. Like, you understand this as an adult. Like, someone may have just went to the store. It doesn't mean they've disappeared from the face of the earth. But when we're toddlers, like our mother or someone that we depend on is out of our visual field, we think that they're gone. And that's why babies start crying when you leave the room. But I swear we traumatize people with the idea of permanent togetherness. And if you betray this strict, unrealistic contract, it's a permanent breakup. You'll never hear from me again, bitch. I'm gone. Forever. You'll never find anyone like me again, bitch. I did this to a few people. But it's because I like the abuse of power, because I like to feel powerful. It's not because I actually had to do that. In fact, it's actually pretty stressful for me to have stayed gone forever. And it feels... I know I'm in my ego about it. I don't even fucking enjoy it, but I'm on a power trip, okay? It's not even because they truly deserved that either. And people have done this to me. I think we're just playing on our infantile sense of if someone's out of sight, they're gone forever and you're going to die. Because we just like having power over other people. But once again, it's all role play. And we get lost in it. We get lost in it because our own attachment to our self is so intense. Like, if someone... I think we just get lost... We get lost in experiences that give us a really intense personal experience. We're experiencing a side of ourselves that we're more inclined to experience than other sides of ourselves. And then we try to manipulate people into staying the same forever. So that we can continue having a certain identity experience in context without us having to adapt to things changing. All this to say, I'm almost at work. Oh fuck, it's only 9:30. Fuck. Actually, I can't get here this early, or the office is gonna call me and ask me why I get here at all these weird times and I can't just be consistent. Also, we're addicted to shame, and it's physiological. Shame is an addictive. It's a very toxic and destructive emotion to sit in. Like, it will physically deplete your body of nutrients, and you'll start wasting away if you're in it for too long. But it's addictive. It's a chemical. When you're in the frequency of shame, you're literally like one bar away from the frequency of death, because that's how low the wavelength of it is. So I think we can get addicted to shame, just like we get addicted to pride and egotistical experiences, because they're literally the same exact thing, just two sides of the separate coin. So I think we get addicted to sides of ourselves that will make us feel ashamed. It's like it's all a fucking game. I get stuck behind your slow ass. I hate getting stuck behind these slow bitches because they make me feel powerless. Come on, you dumb bitch. They make me feel powerless, like someone's big ass is just sitting in the driver's seat mocking me. Like they won't go. Come on, you stupid fucking bitch. They make me feel powerless. And I'm not saying necessarily that anything needs to change about the way that we handle the ways that we live so that we can experience different sides of ourselves. It's just an observation. But I really fucking hate people, and I get really charged up, and it's unbearable for me when I get lost in a role that I'm trying to play and trying to get the other person to play the role perfectly as well, so I can experience some super fine-tuned, specific version of myself. But as soon as I don't get in this fucking turn lane, bitch. See, I'm in rich white territory right now, and all the old hoes are just driving 2 miles an hour because they have nothing to fucking do, and they don't give a fuck who's behind them because they think they're richer than you. But I swear nothing that people do really bothers me when I view them in like a humanistic kind of way, not like in a role play kind of way. Oh, I'm getting stuck on another one. Come on, bitch. Oh, also, there's something to be said. There's something to be said about the kinds of roles that we start to play when it comes to parental trauma. Like, if your parent, like this bitch I know, my ex-friend, her father abandoned her and moved away and left her mother a single mother. And she had no father, and he didn't want her. So her whole fucking life has been about claiming men as property. And being jealous and territorial over men. Even though I kind of think she's gay. I know she's bisexual. I know she's not even like fully committed to him. She's just like addicted to the illusion of power that she gets from treating men like property because her own father abandoned her. It's not even about the man. It's about the kind of experience that she wants to have. Like, I feel like I'm someone's bitch right now because I'm stuck behind this slow-ass fucking car. I feel like I have no free will. I feel like I am controlled by the rate that their ass decides to go. And I feel like they're just sitting in their front seat, smug as fuck, just thinking like, yeah, like, I slowed this bitch down. Yeah. Fuck her. And I feel like in my head that they're like, they feel so smug. Don't get in my goddamn lane. Oh my fucking god. I fucking hate this bitch. Now turn this light green. Let me pass you up. Ugh. Come on. I hate being around other people. Because I feel like everyone is out to get me. And I feel like if anyone looks at me long enough, they're going to find something illegal that I do, and they're going to get me sent to prison.